the men and the women.
Immediate past president of the Engineering Council of Namibia, the past president of the Engineering Professions Association, and also the head of road management system at the Roads Authority of Namibia. If you look, for example, at the Politburo of China, 80% of their Politburo, 80% they are engineers. So having engineers in leadership positions, you can be guaranteed that they will
I'm the managing director or CEO of a company called Dash Carriers, and it's in Botswana, it's in South Africa and Zambia, but it's a construction company that is involved in civil engineering works and building works, water projects, all to do with infrastructural development. My profession and the interest also was probably cultivated from a younger age when we were seeing all these big structures coming up and yellow machines and things like those. But it was all motivated by wanting to do. Dash Carriers originally was registered in 2003, and our first major infrastructural project was in 2004-05. Then we became what we are today. I started this business as a youngster. I was actually 27 when this actually happened, and as an engineering business also, we had our own challenges because we were more on engineering works than actually managing the business. Actually, I had traveled to Malawi. We had arranged somebody to arrange interviews for us there. And I think in Malawi we had about a team of about 8 people that came in, a group of engineers and quantity surveyors and the like. And Mumba was one of them. And I think in that group, Mumba was the youngest actually. And they came to Botswana. There were projects that we were doing there. Then Mumba, then we gave him a project that was in Seruwe Letakane area, the Matsumu Road project. And he was young then. And when we proposed him for the project to be the project engineer or the project manager to run that particular project, they actually didn't want to take him because they felt he was young and I had to actually persuade them because I saw something in him that I thought he was the right guy out of the group, because we had to spread.
What struck me about Mumba is the fact that he always knew what he wanted. That was back in October 2014, where I first met him, and he was assigned to the project that we were appointed for. As engineer, Mumba was a very assertive and straightforward person, but also always taking people into consideration. I loved the way how he approached projects that he was in control of. It doesn't matter on what projects you are working with, there's people behind it. Whether it's a contractor, whether it's a client, you deal with people in easy situations and in difficult situations, and you need to know how to handle each situation as well.
At that particular time, we were looking for somebody with experience in road works, and he had that experience in road works. So when you are looking for a suitable candidate, apart from the academic experience, academic qualification, you need somebody who is experienced, whom will not be like being trained, but the one who will join the group and continue running without any training. And that is what attracted us to Mumba, because he was having experience in a roads project.
Francistown, which is a very famous interchange, like what we did in Lilongwe. So in Francistown, there's a small interchange which they did. And Mumba was the engineer for such projects. So when I came in, they were done by, of course, they were done by Polar Consultants. When I came in, those are the issues people were telling me. Oh, so he's your homeboy? I said, yeah, he's my homeboy. Ah, okay. No, this guy, he did this, he did this, he did this road, especially the northern side of Botswana.
At that particular time, we were looking for somebody with experience in road works, and he had that experience in road works. So when you are looking for a suitable candidate, apart from the academic experience, academic qualification, you need somebody who is experienced, whom will not be like being trained, but the one who will join the group and continue running without any training. And that is what attracted us to Mumba, because he was having experience in a roads project.
I met Engineer Mumba, I think, around 2010, when he was working in one of our projects in the northeast. There was one main project that was from Francistown to Ramokhema border post, which is our border post in Zimbabwe. So Engineer Mumba was working for the consultant, Pillar Consultants, that were doing the supervision of the access routes for the main road. The contract was around 250 million, and he was working as the measurement engineer. Measurement is, in road construction, is the pillar of the project, because that's what determines what goes to the contractor's pocket. And most of the time you will have to sit with the contractor and reconcile figures. More often than not, I've never had any queries with his integrity, with his precision in terms of what he submitted, or we never have any disputes. Yes, in contract we always have claims, and claims, most of the claims that we have had nothing to do with measurements, but with delays maybe that were caused by the employer. And at the end you would have to produce quantities that relates to the delay. And normally we will then have consultation with the engineer, and we will depend on Engineer Mumba to facilitate us with the quantities. And to be honest, his precision never ceased to amaze me, because he was always very precise, very professional, and in facilitating between the employer and the contractor. Yeah, Engineer Mumba he was a go-to guy, easygoing. He's also a Christian, but he wasn't only socializing with Christians. He was everybody's man, and if we have to go out for dinner after progress meetings, as much as he is a Christian who doesn't drink alcohol, he'll go along and be part of the team. So he was a team player, and he was not the senior man on site, and he was always, anytime I want something, even if I call his boss on site, they will always be giving me information that is similar, because as a team player, obviously he was engaging his boss in most of the information that he was giving the employer.
And he's a very professional man.
When I first met him, he was working for a consultant and I was a contractor, and he was a professional engineer who was guiding us as the contractor as to how we do our job professionally. So yeah, I found him to be a very professional person. And through his professionalism, I learned quite a lot of things from him. When it comes to time, he was a very strict man. The first project we did was 12 months. And there were times when we're lagging behind on time. And Mr. Mumba
he managed to convince the contractor not to terminate the contract because the funds were available. It's just a matter of one of the problems I remember he solved that could have cost a lot of money. Because when a contractor terminates the work, you have to pay them loss of profit, pay them to de-establish from site, and some other cost.
VITUMBIKO has always been very respectful. Unfortunately, I stayed on site on the project, so I'd only get to see him when he comes for site meetings every month. But even when he meets me, because I was older than him, he called me in my language name Mokoma, like big brother, because you couldn't say my first name because I'm older. So that rapport and respect, it reflects someone who is very respectful, and like I was working under him, but he's as well. So I found him very, very, very comforting and very respectful. Once he checks on my project, he was there to assist at any given time. And with that commitment, we actually managed to finish that project 4 months, 3 months before the completion, which was a very, very big success. I think to this day, you can even probably confirm with the road authority that road was considered one of the best roads that was constructed at that time, quality-wise, financial-wise, and time-wise. I actually picked up from him, which I actually still remember. And when it comes to leadership portfolio, I feel that's one of the biggest attributes.
Tell people as well.
Mumba is a man of integrity, and who loves God. He's passionate about ministry. He is so loving as well. He carried himself with utmost respect, and he always exhibited all the qualities that you otherwise would require from a born again or a child of God, or someone who professes to follow Christ. One of them is that Mumba is a very principled man. He believes in his principles and the principles of God. He's a man who doesn't compromise. He does not tolerate things that are not good. Otherwise, he strongly believes in good morals. He believes in treating people equally and fairly. He is also a man who I can say he evangelist. So as an evangelist, you speak against sin. You do not compromise. So when it comes to, he did not go about the corners. He will just call whatever is sin to him. He didn't want someone who bringing excuses in form of lies. You have to, if you are wrong, you have to say I'm wrong. You apologize, and if you need to be corrected, he will correct you straightforward. He will not compromise, basically. And the other thing, Mumba, he encouraged hard work. He's so much against laziness. Many people believe that Christians
encourage him in telling the He doesn't care whether you'll go ahead of him or you'll manage or you'll succeed better than him. He doesn't care about. When we were doing our 10th anniversary that side, he helped us with anything. We haven't done anything till today. So there we haven't, all that we contributed was only prayers. You will say, pray for me, pray for me. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm desiring to do. He never asked anything apart from prayers.
After Mr. Mumba left, I know some of the younger engineers did feel a little frustrated because with Mumba around, they always had a senior they could go to who was always willing to advise them, take their hand and lead them and teach them. And after he had left, a number of the younger people, you could see their frustration that they didn't necessarily have that. So for Mumba, it was not just those that he thought deserved his attention. It was also
practical, very analytical.
Coordinated infrastructure. I mean, what expand?
People of Malawi is fortunate to have a candidate like Engineer Mumba standing for Vice President.
The trust that I have for Mumba, it's like of a family to me. I've worked with him, and the contact he kept to phoning me, giving me feedback. You know, if someone appreciates what you've done for him, you feel also good about it. So I will not hesitate to recommend Mumba for any role in any.
Not only in terms of experience, but also academically. Because I do believe